Right, so there's the doggy just there. There he is. There's me. We're about to do the recce of the 13.1 mile Hoppit Half Marathon. I hope you enjoy this video. It's now 7:30 in the morning. It's a lovely morning. I think we're going to enjoy ourselves. So this is the start field. Everywhere this side of that white horse barrier will have some tents, registration area and things like that, some music playing. Beyond the white barrier is the gantry for the start and finish, which will take you towards that mast. You go along that straight for about half a mile into that wood at the end. Well, this is the start. So we have the gantry here, one of those arches that we all see at races. And what you see behind me is where you'll be running for the first half mile. So I'm about to shoot off now, looking forward to this 13-mile run, and I'll be video diarying it as I go along. I hope you find it interesting. Well, there you are, that's the first half mile done. What a fantastic vista, but you're not going to be looking behind you. You'll see that when you're finishing the race. The last half mile of the race is down here again. But for now, we're going straight ahead. We're going to go through this gate, which will be open. And Santi knows the way, he's done it many times. And after about 2 meters, we're going right. There'll be a marshal to tell you which way to go, don't worry, and arrows. But we're going right into the forest. Very nice too. This gate will be open, of course. There'll be a marshal here. Going to shut that. We are not going up that track, private horse track. We're going left along the footpath. And there's a lovely surprise, pleasant surprise awaiting us after we go through this stile. We'll make space here. You won't have to struggle across it. Up. We go up this little thing here. You won't get lost. Lots of signs. Oh, Santi likes birds. And then, wonder of wonders. That, ladies and gentlemen, is White Hill. Doesn't look too bad, does it? Now that's how you run up White Hill. He has got 4 legs, mind you. It's a wonderful hill, but unless you're super fit, you will find yourself walking some of this, if not all of it. The faster runners obviously will get good position on this section, get into the top 10 or whatever they're trying to achieve. But it's a tough old haul. When you get to the top, the good news is the views are amazing, and you've probably done the toughest hill on the whole route. You have done. And look at those views, look. Oh, view of my bald head's not so good. Anyway, we're just heading towards the crossing now. There's a road crossing that's going to need a little bit of traffic management on the day, so that you're all safe when you cross the road. It's not a busy road, but we don't want any accidents. We go right here, believe it or not, towards that road crossing. Santi, don't go too far. So this is the path. This is the Wayfarer's Walk, by the way. I haven't said that so far. And it comes out onto this road, not a busy road, but cars that use it are quite fast. It's the main road from Kingsclear to Overton and Whitchurch. So anyway, there'll be a road crossing here. Marshals will tell you to stop if you need to stop, and we go straight over. Come, Sandy. Straight over. Nice and safe. And there you are, there's the iconic Wayfarers Walk sign. And we're going up there. So we just went along there for about 2 miles. It's lovely, glorious. The views will be better on race day, I hope. It's a bit misty today, but it's a lovely sunny day. This is the point where the marathon and the half marathon split. So the marathon's going to go right and we're going left, as I will show you shortly. So we're probably at the highest point now of the run, and we're going to go through this gate, follow the footpath, and start losing height now and get a bit of speed up. If you're feeling good, you can certainly, for the next couple of miles, enjoy your downhill. Right, for those familiar with the Coombe Gibbet 17-mile race that Overton Harriers run every March, we're now going to take up about 3 miles of that route. I hope they don't ask for some sort of copyright infringement thing where we've pinched their footpaths and trails, but anyway, tough luck Overton Harriers, ha ha ha. Yes, so here we go. The next 3 miles is following the same route as Coombe Gibbet. And this is where that long footpath trail meets the road. This is now a fairly quiet road. It's from Kingsclear to Whitchurch, and there's never too much traffic. However, it will be very well marshalled, and you've got to be really careful when we cross. And keep to the left hand side, as I'm about to tell my dog to do, and I'm going to put him on the lead. So we've got, unfortunately, this section, it's about, what on earth are you doing, doggy? We've got this section of road, it's about 800 metres. Ugh, Sandy, come on, ugh, look, roadkill, and he's rolling it. Oi, get up, you are having a bath when you get home. Come on, ugh. Oh, dogs. Anyway, he's happy. Right, there you go, not too bad. Leaving the road, we're going down this track now, this farm track. What's it called? Wilsley Warren Farm. So eventually we come to the junction with the Hangers Way, which is just here. This is where, if you were doing the Coombe Gibbet race, you would carry straight on, but we're going left along the Hangers Way. And also, interestingly, this is where the marathon runners will join the course. It's roughly mile 17 or 18 for them at this point. So if you see any marathon runners, they would have left an hour before you from Kingsclear. Wish them all the best. They're obviously doing very well. Here we go, we turn left. And this is the Hangers Way. hangaway has one road crossing, which is this fella. We will have traffic management on it. They can stop the traffic, they're legally allowed to. However, follow the marshal's instructions if you are told to stop. And we cross the road, come on Santi, and carry on along the hangaway. Here we go. Back to some rather beautiful Hampshire trail. So, at the end of the hangaway, the race is split again. So the marathon team will go right, and we're going to go left in a moment. There's also a feed station at this point, you'll be pleased to know, for both races. So you can, if you're feeling a bit low of energy, you can grab some flapjacks, or some cake, or banana, something yummy. This is it, the hangaway finishing. Now, of course, this will be very well marshalled. So the half marathon runners will turn left here. This is a very, very quiet lane, country lane. I'll be surprised if you see any traffic at all. But for those faster runners, this is a good stage for you to overtake some slower runners, because it is nice surface, tarmacked obviously, fairly flat. It goes on for about a mile. This is the last bit of tarmac we have on the trail run. Not too bad. Well, it's a bit of a slog, that section. There's not much shelter, but anyway, eventually it comes to an end. And we go right, there'll be a marshal here, up this country lane again, country track. So that's the end of the tarmac. We did try and find routes that didn't have any tarmac at all, but basically it was impossible. And so the tarmac we have got is very quiet and shouldn't cause any problems, and actually might be a relief for some runners who can get into a bit of a rhythm if they're used to road running. Okay, here we go. Bit of a hill now. Is that good? Oh, lovely. It's a good way of cooling off. What's that, a stone? There's a good boy. Yes, I know it's another hill, but it's a very nice hill, pretty hill, not too steep. And you see where the top is, that is the top. So we can do this, and we're probably about 3 miles from the finish now. So here's an interesting feature. So basically, we're joining a bit of the Wayfarers Walk again now. And another interesting feature is this is where the marathon runners come up, from there, down that hill. And then they go up that slope there. We, on the other hand, are turning left here. So it's an interesting junction, and it will be marshalled, of course, and you will be told which way to go, because your running number is a different colour if you're running the half marathon to the marathon, so it's easy to identify where you should be going. At the top of this little bit of path is one of the campsites we recommend for all you campers that will be coming to the Hoppit and staying in a tent the night before. It's a lovely location. It's less than 2 miles from the race start and the race finish. Well, to be honest, we're doing rather well here. We've probably got less than 2 miles to go. We've finished the worst of the hills. In fact, that one there is, I think, the last of the uphill sections, pretty much. And yeah, we'll have the end in sight soon. Bit of trail, we are actually now leaving the Wayfarers Walk again. We're going to go right along this line of hedges. Yeah, we're nearly back to White Hill, but this time we do White Hill downwards as opposed to upwards, which is a bit more fun. So we are now back almost where we started. This is the point about 1.5 miles into the race when we turned right, and now we're joining this point with about 12 miles run, and just through this little gap here is where we join, and we'll be retracing our steps. So the faster runners would have had about an hour while they've been out doing their loop. The slower runners maybe 2 hours, maybe more, 3 hours, I don't know. Enjoy the countryside, however long it takes. There's beer waiting at the finish, that's the most important thing. There'll be a marshal here, just to make sure you know what you're doing. There we are, back on this track, and just up the top here is the White Hill again. And I hope on June the 18th we're blessed with views like this, because it is stunning on a lovely day. So we're going over this stile and then down that lovely steep slope that we clambered up not so long ago. Here we go. This is the fun bit. Some nutters are going to run it. If you're like me, you'll take it quite steady. So here we are, this is it. We're 800 metres from the finish. You'll see the arch. You might even hear some music playing. You'll be able to see the beer tent. What more do you need to get you going? And yes, there's a traditional victory dance that I would recommend, and I'm now going to demonstrate it to you. Well, I've got 400 metres to go now. Oh, it's fantastic. Nice springy grass. Perfect. People cheering you on. This is what it's all about. There we are. Here will be the finish arch. There will be the beer tent. There will be the goodie bags and the medals. There will be first aid up the top. The area where we're giving the prizes out. Baggage tent. Toilets will be at the top. 24 toilets. Portaloos. You name it. Well, some closing thoughts. I mean, it's a wonderful route. I am biased, mind you. But if you've lost your running mojo temporarily, give this a go, this race. Because I guarantee you'll get your running mojo back. Look, you've got the Hannington mast at the back. And we've got a lovely little doggy here who's had a great time. So I'll close off now. Hope to see you June the 18th, 2017.